Hey guys, I'm Tom, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another reaction video. We're getting into Dark, episode 8, As You Sow, So Shall You Reap. Getting quite interesting now. There's lots and lots of little mini clues and stuff that are starting to be consistent throughout the show that really starts to hint at how things might tie together. Like for instance, the German version of Twix bar, you know, that wrapper was found right back in the early episodes. Ulrich's mum had mentioned seeing it, and it was Mads' favourite bar, you know, and then of course we see Helger eating it, so obviously it's one of his favourites. You know, so I mean there's references throughout the different timelines so far in the episodes. You know, the red necklace cord thing, I think that was originally on Mads, and then it was on the body at the very end of the episode. So it sort of looks like the same kind of reference to the red cord trail thing that goes through the tunnels leading to the time travel doors. And of course, I think it was the stranger had left a little loop of it on Jonas's bike as well at some stage. So you know that's one thing that obviously has significance because it just keeps getting dropped through the episode. So whether it's used to sort of mark and link people to the time travel journey. Yeah, a couple of things were interesting about that end scene was that Helga was there, but then as he was hauling the body, we could hear scrubbing, and that scrubbing was of a Noah. Obviously, it looked like 1953 to me because he was writing dates about 1953 related to an experiment or whatever that they were doing in that time. So I think that was more likely a 1953 timeline. So does that mean Helga's travelling through time, jumping around as well? Because of course at the very end, you know, he's wandering through the cave and he had the secret panel with the torch. And then I think, you know, at the start of that episode, he was right at the beginning in the torture room. And then memories of that obviously sort of woke him out of his dementia a little bit. And then he's on his journey back into the cave to do things, and he's convinced that he can change the past and the future and all this kind of stuff. And obviously he's the other raincoat guy from the very beginning episodes. So he must be doing some kind of work with Noah. You know, he's obviously upset about the job because he was crying at the end when he was hauling the body away. So that gets me thinking maybe that the boy that he was hauling away at the end might have been Yasin. But the big one was definitely Noah. You know, so he had the emerald tablet thing on his back. I saw that on the picture in the hospital. It's popped up in a few other places throughout the episodes as well, hasn't it? So I know some people had put in the comments about the emerald tablet, which was interesting to me because I didn't know anything about it, and the philosopher's stone. So that's interesting. So in alchemic works going right back to ancient Arabic times around the 8th century, early 9th century. So I wonder what that has to do with experimenting on the kids and the gadget machine that's in that torture room. It seems like that storm cellar is linked to the torture room because Charlotte went down there and found the wallpaper from the torture room, but it was fresh wallpaper. That gets me thinking, I wonder if there's a portal nearby, a different portal linking in straight to that room maybe. It was also really good to see the stranger talk a bit more to Jonas about everything. He seemed quite invested in the idea that you just can't change that timeline. Like I said, you can't take Mikkel back because if you do, he won't be your dad, you won't be born. That's the end of that. Interesting to see a little bit of compassion out of Hannah at the end there, apart from her psychotic kind of fatal attraction thing to Ulrich that she's had since school. Yeah, great show, love it. I'm looking forward to seeing what else happens and to see who the kids were, how they tie into things, and you know how much Helga ties into the whole thing with Noah and kids. And so anyway guys, that's enough for me rambling on and on. Let's get straight into this episode and see what it's all about. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. So is this young Helga, but without a scar on his face, possibly? Oh yeah, so that's definitely the 50s time period. Egon. Oh, what the hell?
Das sind ja doch Kinder. Sie sehen seltsam aus, als hätte sie jemand verkleidet.
Oh, okay, before the power plant. Wow. So that's Egon. Okay, so Egon's been around and seen some stuff. And that'll be why he keeps asking about Satanism. Maybe he thinks right from back then that was a satanic kind of ritual with the burning of the eyes and everything. Interesting that the other copy I was talking to talked about, what did he say? You know, someone had dressed them in these costumes. So I wonder if that means that the clothes they don't recognise because those kids are from the future, or they've just been dressed in clothes from a different time period, possibly. Because you wouldn't call it a costume if it was normal time clothes that that you recognise. So yeah. Okay, so Egon seemed like he's just like really a vague kind of dude ready to retire, but he's obviously been around this kind of stuff before. Oh yeah, this is making more sense now. I thought that the clockmaker thing was from a different time. The stranger.
Wo waren wir stehen geblieben?
Bei der Einstein-Rosenbrücke.
Eine Passage zwischen einem schwarzen Loch, dem Eintrittsloch, und einem weißen Loch, dem Austrittsloch, die Raum und Zeit miteinander verbindet.
Wicked. Oh, is Ulrich gonna find out? This is so awesome. He's done alright, Ulrich. Like, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would believe in all these kind of things. Oh man, unreal.
Haben Sie schon mal was von der Triketta gehört? Die Aktion ist nichts vollkommen. Es gibt auch eine Mitte. Ich glaube, dass Einstein und Rosen...
He found it.
Kreators ist.
Wow, Ulrich's finding stuff.
Zukunft, Gegenwart, Alter.
Wicked. Wonder if he has the guts to go through. Wow. Oh, dude, which way do you go? I bet he goes left. Go right, dude. He's going left on you. Oh, wicked. I wonder if that goes to 1953. So we've got future, present, and past. It is. Helga's loaded. Holy shit, dude. You're living in a state.
Wie schaust du denn wieder aus?
Ich war auf der Baustelle. Dort haben sie was...
Ausziehen. Ich sagte, du sollst dich ausziehen.
Wow.
Du wartest hier.
I know it is.
Ich war auf der Baustelle.
Ja, schön.
Dort haben sie was gefunden.
Ah ja, was haben Sie denn gefunden?
Rumgekrochen ist er wieder.
Polizei.
2 Leichen mitten auf der Baustelle.
Was redest du denn da?
Oh, Dad's on a mission.
Die Groschen für Claudia liegen auf dem Tisch.
Claudia.
Ich habe so eine Form von Verbrennung noch nicht gesehen. Interessant auch, dass die Uhren vollkommen zerstört sind. Und das ist noch nicht das einzig Merkwürdige. Hatte jeder um den Hals.
Oh yeah.
Die Prägung stammt aus dem Jahr 1986.
Soll das ein Witz sein?
Wicked.
Es kommt noch toller. Schauen Sie, der kleine Zettel im Kragen.
Wicked.
Alles, was die anhaben, kommt aus China. Sind definitiv nicht von hier. Der Junge hier hat ein südländisches Aussehen oder arabisch, würde ich sagen. Der Rothaarige, also ich habe schon einiges in Europa gesehen. Aber das hier übertrifft eindeutig alles.
Wow. Can't believe Ulrich's time traveling. This is awesome. Oh, it'd be so easy to get yourself in trouble being in a different time. Your ID wouldn't match up if they tried to ID you, nothing. You'd have to be so careful where you went and...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, that's the cabin. Oh. Right, it's not a storm shelter, it's a bomb shelter. Right, makes more sense.
Sie schreiben über Nietzsches ewige Wiederkunft. Zukunft desgleichen. Ein
Oh.
Universum, das sich ausdehnt und wieder in sich zusammenfällt.
Natürlich.
Ein Universum, das sich unendlich wiederholt.
Oh, das habe ich schon lange nicht mehr gesehen. Es gab nur 500.
Sie schreiben über den lunar-solaren Zyklus, in dem sich alle 33 Jahre alles wiederholt.
Zyklus des Mondes, mit dem der Sonne. Die 33, sie begegnet uns überall. Jesus hat 33 Wunder vollbracht.
Und es ist das Alter, in dem der Antichrist seine Herrschaft beginnt.
The Antichrist begins his rule.
Warum macht einer sowas? Töten. Warum?
Würde unsere Arbeit jedenfalls erleichtern, wenn wir es vorher wüssten. Sperren wir sie ein, wenn sie noch klein sind.
Hey Spinner!
Wow, people were bullies back in the day. Unreal.
Mach dir mal nicht in die Hose. Deinem alten Herrn quillt der Zaster doch aus Norden.
Terrible. Bullies, man.
Hier ist jemand. Los, Abmarsch!
Alright, oh, this is so good.
Ist hier gerade jemand vorbeigekommen? So ein alter Mann im Schlafanzug? Du musst dich wehren, sonst hören die nie auf. Dann beißen beim nächsten Mal eben einfach zu.
Nice. Just fight them next time. Oh, that's awesome.
Und leuchten nach links. Es gibt keinen Grund, von rechts wieder auf uns zurück. Ein Wurmloch verändert die Topologie der Raumzeit. Nichts ist mehr da, wo es hingehört.
This is awesome.
Entschuldigen Sie, wir sind nicht von hier. Sind Sie Herr Egon Tiedemann?
Nein.
Mein Name ist Agnes Nielsen und ist mein Sohn Tronte. Wir sind neu in Wien.
Awesome.
Tronte, komm.
Right, he's not stupid. He's straight away like, uh-oh. I've got a fair idea what's happening here.
Guten Tag.
Du bist Tronte Nielsen. Und Sie sind Agnes Nielsen.
Stellen Sie sich vor, Sie würden in die Vergangenheit reisen.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wie er sie gezeugt hat.
Well, yeah, what year is it?
1953.
Würden Sie mit dieser Begegnung bereits und nicht bezwungen werden.
Wow. Oh, this is so awesome. I didn't think they'd start bringing so many of the main characters into the time travel thing.
Es verbietet der kausale Determinismus. Mein Leben lang habe ich geträumt, durch die Zeit zu reisen, zu sehen, was irgendwann sein wird. Mein Platz ist nicht im Gestern und nicht im Morgen. Hier.
Sind Sie H.G. Tannhaus? Mhm. Der H.G. Tannhaus?
Wicked.
Ja. Nein, da wird doch nicht derselbe, was?
Welches Jahr haben wir?
1953.
Stalin ist tot. England hat eine Königin, 53, wie es leibt und lebt, ja.
Das ist unmöglich.
Die 33. Sie schreiben, es könnte der Zeitabstand zwischen den Ebenen eines tertiären Wurmlochs sein.
Aber es könnte des Pudels Kern sein.
Du bist spät. Ich hatte schon mal gesagt, dass du pünktlich sein sollst. Claudia, ich habe das Geld zu Hause vergessen.
Getting some maths tuition.
Falsch. Falsch.
Ja, das ist meine Tochter Claudia. Claudia Sackerloh, bitte. Agnes Nielsen.
Ich bin Tronte.
Claudia.
Ja, und das ist unser Hund Gretchen. Ich hoffe, Sie haben nichts gegen Hunde. Mein Mann ist nicht so oft zu Hause. Der arbeitet bei der Polizei. Und Ihr Mann ist? Er ist gestorben. Hallo.
Hallo Ines, hallo Jana.
Karnwald.
Haben Sie schon gehört, was die Polizei heute Morgen gefunden hat?
Na, jetzt spann mich mal nicht so auf die Folter.
Man hat auf der Baustelle vom Doppler 2 Leichen gefunden. 2 kleine Jungen. Die wurden von Außerirdischen entführt.
He's putting things together pretty fast, though. He's like not really questioning it, is he? He's just following his hunches and leads and logic. This guy's going to look at that coat and figure it out. So that's the same clockmaker guy that the stranger's talking to?
Der Menschheit eingeläutet.
Ein winziges Atom verändert die Welt. Und
That again.
hier das erste deutsche Atomkraftwerk. Stabilität und Wohlstand.
Wenn dieses Kernkraftwerk gebaut wird, ist das nicht weniger als eine Revolution. Aber sie bedeutet Wandel. Das gefällt nicht jedem. Das Ganze ist ein Komplott.
It's obviously powerful, influential. So that's Helga's dad, is it?
Das es trotzdem manchmal. Mutprobe, verstehst du? Und ich krieg noch die Mark von dir. Den sind wir los. Komm.
Wow.
Gretchen! Komm hierher, Gretchen! Komm!
Die beiden Jungs, die heute früh gefunden wurden, wie sahen die aus? Mein Sohn ist verschwunden. Alles, was ich wissen will, ist, dass Sie mir sagen, ob ein... Er heißt Mikkel, ist 11 Jahre alt, groß. Ich habe ein Foto. Schatz, meine Jacke.
Der ist doch besoffen.
Der eine ganz dunkel, braune Haare, Ausländer. Der andere bisschen größer, dabei feuerrot.
Kennen Sie einen Doppler? Helge Doppler.
In alt gibt's hier nur Bernd Doppler.
Bernd ist Helges Vater.
Richtig?
He's got guts, but he just went into a police station in the olden days, made a whole lot of demands, and then wandered back out.
Ich möchte verstehen, ob ich sie ändern kann. Oder entsteht alles auf ewig neu in einem immer wiederkehrenden Kreislauf.
So this guy doesn't know that the stranger's travelling through time. I thought he did. I thought they were having a conversation more as a collaborative exchange.
Frau Nielsen, das ist Egon Tiedemann, mein Ehemann.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ihre Frau hat mir schon viel von Ihnen erzählt.
Sind Sie heute angereist?
Mhm. Meine Großmutter kommt aus Winden. Sie hat viel von diesem Ort geschwärmt.
Gretchen ist weg! Im Wald!
Wo ist denn Helge?
Vielleicht ist Gretchen bei Helge.
Ich wollte Ihnen mal zum Doppler.
Egon. Ich habe die Nielsen zum Abendessen eingeladen.
Eine Zeitschleife hat erheblichen Einfluss auf das Kausalitätsprinzip. Und solange ein Wurmloch existiert, besteht eine geschlossene Zeitschleife. In ihr bedingt sich alles miteinander.
The future influences the past. Which came first?
Wir können nicht mehr sagen, welches von beiden zuerst da war. Alles ist miteinander verbunden.
Wow.
Hey, du bist Helge Doppler, oder? Schau mal. Kennst du das?
Nein. Haben Sie den Mann gefunden, den Sie suchen?
Ja.
A young version of him.
Was hast du in deiner Kiste? Hast du die tot gemacht?
Die fallen einfach so vom Himmel. Plumpsen einfach so runter. Sie sind so schön, wenn sie tot sind.
Aber du wirst mal was tot machen. Die beiden Jungs auf der Baustelle. Mein Bruder.
This is all like a dump on the kid.
Mein Sohn. Aber ich kann das ändern. Weißt du?
Kid's onto it. Oh, Ulrich's definitely grasped where he's at and what's going on, isn't he? Love it. Oh, this is how. Oh, okay. Is this how he gets the scar on the side of his face, maybe? Dude. He did it. Oh, wow. Oh, that was more brutal than what I expected. I thought maybe he was going to fall over and hurt himself like that.
Guten Tag, Frau Doppler.
Mein Mann ist nicht da.
Ich wollte nur fragen, ob Gretchen hier ist.
Wir dulden keine Tiere im Haus, Helge weiß das. Hier ist kein Hund.
Und entschuldigen Sie bitte die Störung. Guten Tag.
Oh, she's cold. I can't wait to see more of her backstory. Find out why she is the way she is. Just her manner is very, very cold. Poor Helga. But then he woke up in the torture room, didn't he? It's funny because her husband had a spark with her. Ouch. Their cigarette butt burns.
ein Schicksal geknüpft an das nächste. Jede unserer Taten nur eine Antwort auf eine vorangegangene Tat. Ursache, Wirkung, nichts als ein Alles ist miteinander verbunden.
Is that the same room again? Oh, who is this?
Was, wenn ich Ihnen sage, dass alles, was in Ihrem Buch steht, wahr ist?
Wicked. Now the collaboration could begin. He's going to show him the gadget that he's already just starting to build, isn't he?
Das kann ich nicht.
Yes, you can, because he made it.
Ihre Initialen. Sie haben ihn gebaut.
Der Apparat kann die Reise durch Raum und Zeit ermöglichen.
Und 33 Jahre in die Zukunft reisen kann, ja.
Und das Wurmloch, durch das Sie gekommen sind, hat das der Apparat gemacht?
Nein.
No.
Vor wenigen Monaten gab es einen Störfall im Kernkraftwerk und der Apparat ist jedenfalls in der Lage, den gleichen Prozess zu wiederholen.
Und Sie wollen jetzt ein weiteres Wurmloch?
Nein, ich will das Bestehende zerstören. Ich muss das alles wieder gerade biegen.
But he knows it's a device because he was just finished making it, wasn't he? And it was in this current time period because of his age. Blow you away to know that all of your theories are real. We can see that it's aged. Oh shit. He's going to search the pockets. He wouldn't be able to resist. The strange guy comes in, then runs out. He'd want to know something. Oh, he's going to think he's a spy or something. Oh, that would be so dangerous, having all that tech in the old times. Wow, that was such a wicked, wicked episode. It's just starting to tie all those different theories together. It's just so cool that Ulrich went through and didn't take him long to figure out what was going on. So he's gone like completely flip changed, because I think initially he seemed like more of a realist kind of personality, and definitely not one person that would be the kind of guy to think, oh, time travel and this and that and the other. But obviously the evidence was enough, and then when he realised he'd stepped down to 1953, he just embraced it and started thinking straight away, I can change events in my present time, right here now in the past. And he sort of didn't seem to be too fazed by everything. Like, for him it made more sense, rather than like being completely disorientated and thrown off. He was like, oh, okay, I really am in time. That's grandma and dad and so on, so on, so on. So everyone's talking about Helga. That's young Helga. If I sort him out, there's not going to be an old Helga to possibly harm these children. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that actually plays out, because, well, we know that first of all he survives. He ends up in the torture room. I think it's a torture room. And so then I wonder if when Helga sort of woke himself back up, had a flashback to that incident with Ulrich, automatically figured it all out and thought he can go back before that time and change things, or is it possibly he's talking about events we haven't seen yet, which are more deeply entwined in all the events to do with Noah and everything else. It was quite wicked to see the spark between Ulrich's grandma and Egon. It was Egon, wasn't it? So they had that spark straight away, just sort of at first sight kind of thing, which is kind of crazy. So I'm thinking something's going to happen between those two. That makes a bit more sense, and maybe it's got a lot to do with why Egon's always sort of had this thing toward Ulrich in the first place. So I'm wondering, the two dead bodies that were found, I wonder, one of them was red hair, so I wonder if that was Eric from present day maybe. The other one looked like it could have been Mads again, but then Mads was actually found back in present time, wasn't he? So the bodies have been shifted around all over the place, something like that. Either way, it's too good. I love spoilers. So with every movie and show, I love spoilers. I love to know what might happen. But this is the first show I haven't done that, and sometimes it kind of kills me because I want to know right now without having to watch a whole nother episode. But I'm not going to watch any spoilers at all as I react to these episodes, and it does make it really, really quite exciting to watch and very interesting as well. So again, as usual, guys, thank you very much for your continued support, tips, information, any advice. I really love it. Really enjoy hearing from you all. It's really awesome. Feel free to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and continue to support me on this channel. I really appreciate all of it. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching with me, and stay tuned as I bring these out as quickly as I can. Until the next one, take it easy.